Hey, shalom, shalom. You know, going to check the live stream, see if I'm on. Shalom. All right, we're good. Okay, lighting's good. Look like we're good. Okay, Salakia. All right. The title is matter of fact. Let me just do this first. I'll say Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Bahashim Rahwa Kodash. Thawada Yahweh for giving us Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, Al Big Akim, and greetings and salutations to the Akim in this country and all over the world, prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. I'm Yaquab, Lord willing, ushering the King of the universe, King Yahweh Shai, from the power of Yahweh. All right. And the title of this show is uh, Results of a System Shows What It Is. Okay. Results or outcome, right? The outcome or the results of a system shows what it is. Determines, or I like to use the word shows. So one more time, let's meditate on this title. Results of a system shows what it is. And we're going to go into the word system. And like I said, the title self-explanatory. And what I want to go into, which I was meditating on this title, on the word system. And when you look up the word system, uh, it gives you much understanding. All right, it applies to today, right? So what I'm talking about is overall, because again, the results of a system determine what it is. So whether it's good or whether it's bad, and with this understanding, you can apply this with today's societies. You can apply it to today's homes, today's governments, today's society, right? Today's world, right? Um, so, right, we look at this word system and we get some spiritual edification on it. So, just a few examples, right? Because basically, what I want to point out is that the system of America, the government of America, Babylon the Great, is it's not good. It's bad. All right, and the Lord's going to bring a new system, all right, in place. And so we're going to go. I have scriptures I want to bring out which we're going to go into the word establish, because that means system, and also set up. All right. Um, because the word system means basically to set up or to make firm, stand firm. All right. And so to start off, I have examples, right? We can go into when we talk about the system. You hear people say, for example, we could talk about the school system, right? They can say, man, the school system is broken, man. The school system is bad, or the school system is good, right? When families move into new areas, right, and they have kids, the first thing they look into when they move into a new, location, they say, we got to look for a good school system for our kids, and determine if it's bad or good, right? So the school system, right, in America, we can say is bad, right? You could look it up. It's like what, number 34. Now I'm going off memory, a 10-year-old stat in my head. Right? I think back in 2012, I think America, Babylon was number 34 as far as education is concerned, um, as far as the education system, right? It was number 34 in the world, right? So that's one example. We got another example of a, let's say, like you can say like your sound system or your stereo system. You know, you get a new car, right? And you want to show your boys, hey man, go come over, man, check out my system, my sound system in my car, right? So your boy's gonna say, hey man, I don't know about your car system, it don't sound too good, or it does sound good, right? That's another example. I got another example here. Okay, you got your stereo system, your sound system. I also have I have a certificate in HVAC, right? Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, right? Certification. So that's a good example. You know, when somebody comes to check out your heat, you know, for the winter, your heating system or your cooling system, right? You have a HVAC tech, HVAC tech come over, right? And look at your system. So that's what he says. He said, I'm going to take a look at your HVAC system. He runs a number of tests to determine whether it's good or bad, right? Checking your refrigerant levels, if it's low or if it's high, if you have holes in your copper pipe in your copper light pipe lining, not your lining, but if you got holes or kinks in your copper tubing, if you have any problems with your system, the technician can point it out, right? So he can determine after he does his test if you have a good or bad system. You also have the government, like I said, right? You know, when you know how Jake be saying, man, I got locked up, man. Or, you know, or you hear a brother be like, yeah, man, you know, the system, it's the system, man. It's the system, brother, that got us down. You know what I mean? You hear that phrase, right? So what is that talking about? The system is talking about the current uh, um, laws, right? Current laws I mean, and amendments that run your society, right? So that's basically a system, right? So you get the point, right? So those are my examples of system. Okay. Now let's look at the word system and etymology. Okay, and then I'm going to go into my scriptures. But like I said, this word is pretty heavy and something I've been thinking about, and it all proves again, you know, the glory of the Lord, the glory of Yahweh Shema Shai, because His system, right, is a perfect system, and the Lord's system that He gave us is the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Um, that He gave us, man. I mean, let's get right into it, man, because when you look at the word system, it explains a lot. So that's what I'm bringing it, kind of bringing it home to, is that the Lord system is the only system, and it's a system. It's the only system is a system of truth. Okay, that He gave unto His people through His Son Yahweh Shai. All right. So let's get into it. So the word system, and shalom out there on the comment board. All right, shalom, Princess Nakala. Shalom, Akwath. All right, now let's get into this, man. So system, the etymology, it means the whole creation. All right, the whole creation, from Latin, systema. All right, systema, which means an arrangement, a system. Oh, you also have the ecosystem, right? The ecosystem. So it's not the ecosystem an arrangement, right, of a sequence of events, a sequence of operation, where you know you have your clouds, you have your waters from the oceans, you know, or wherever have you, your lakes, your streams, and they evaporate, right? The Most High set up a system. They evaporate, right? Liquid turns into gas. Those gases are really goes in cloud form. So clouds are really what is water, right? Accumulated water. And then when it gets fully saturated, that cloud fully, like, it can't get any more moisture in that gas, then it dissipates. It turns into rain, right? Um, what are the examples in the ecosystem that the Lord set up? The sun, uh, radiating sunbeams, right? Electricity and sunbeams, light, to grow things on Earth, plants, trees, right? What is that called? Chlorophyll. The light from the sun sets off a chemical reaction in these trees to grow. All right. So anyway, right, we got system. So let me keep reading. The whole creation, the universe, from Latin systema, an arrangement, a system, from Greek systema, organized whole. Right. So we just use the ecosystem as an example. Um, um, the government, an example, right, is organized, an organized whole, right? So government is made up of, which government means basically control the mind. But anyway, the government that we're in today, Babylon the Great, America, right? They have a system in place, right, by laws or set up, right? Which is what the Constitution, the American Constitution, the which sets up your presidency, your executive branches, your legislative branches, your executive branch, your judiciary branches, your forms of government, right? So it says again, so organize whole, a whole compounded of parts, right? To place together, organize, form in order. All right. Root of hystenia, cause to stand. So system means cause to stand, right? To stand, make or be firm. Okay, the notion is combination of assemblage of parts or things forming or adjusted as regular or connected whole. All right. So again, so basically, system means to stand, to make, be firm, set up. The meaning animal. Okay, again, another one says a group of bodies moving together in space, right? The solar system, right? Bound of laws of dynamics as the sun and its planets, all right? A group of related programs, okay? Programs. So there are things that are programmed in your government, uh, they have a fixed position and they don't leave from that. Like another phrase, like, yeah, you got to follow this program, and you'll get to what you wanted. It'll give you what you want. So program, right? It kind of falls in line with the word system, right? Follow the program, follow the system. This is a bad program. This is a bad system, or it's a good program or a good system, right? In all systems, when something's organized or in place, it always has an outcome. It has a result. All right. So to bring it home, the results of America, Babylon the Great, especially for our people, are all bad. Right. So that means the system uh, is um, is flawed. It's not good. Again, why? Because of the outcome. So all the laws that are set up in the society, right? Because system means to set up, right? It's not good, right? And when you go into the scriptures, we know that the system is currently set up in wickedness, right? So we got that there. I think it has some more stuff I want to share with the word system. All right. If you look up the word, let's let's look up the word system, the conventional meaning. Okay. What is the root origin? Okay, we read that already. Which it says system, entities that interact in an orderly and organized fashion. The what is Greek word of system? We got that already. Organized whole. What is the Latin word of system? We got that already. Let's see. Oh, what is the meaning of the word in Hebrew? I didn't see this one. The word dabar means word, talk, or thing. I was looking for something else. All right, so the term system comes from the Latin word systema. We read that again. The whole concept made of several parts. We read that. I'm trying to look for. This one definition was pretty good. Uh, Salakia, I'm looking for. I think here we go. What is a simple definition of system? A system is a group of related things that work together as a whole, right? These things can be real or imaginary. Yeah, this is what I wanted, right? Um, it says systems can be man made things like a car. That's a good one. A car, engine, right? Or natural things like a star system. Systems can also be concepts made by people to organize ideas. A subsystem is a system that is a part of some larger system. So that this is what I wanted. So system can be man-made things like a car, an engine, or natural things. And a system is a group of related things that work together as a whole, right? So again, you can apply this to the the system of America, man. And again, the results of what Babylon has organized, right, through their order, their laws, um, the outcome is bad, right? Okay, so let's go into these scriptures that I have. I have quite a few, and I'm just gonna read them out. All right. So we have remember the word system means to set up, right? To make firm, or it means to establish. Establish means to set up as well, right? So let me just get some random ones. I'm gonna get let me just get this one. Isaiah 2 verse 2. And we're gonna let the scriptures talk now. So hopefully you get my drift. You know what I mean, through the spirit. And this makes spiritual sense. So Isaiah 2 verse 2. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. It says, and it should come to pass. And Salakia, bring this up real quick. It says, and light here. It says, and it shall come to pass And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow onto it. All right. So let me read that again. All right. It says, remember, think about the word system. Isaiah 2, verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established. Now, mountain, um, uh, it's not talking about a literal mountain, because in the scriptures, not everything is literal, right? Some things are analogies and allegories and symbolic. So, mountain in this context in the scripture represents governments, right? A kingdom, a dominion, a rulership, right? This rulership or dominion is talking about the nation of Israel, right? The government of the nation of Israel. So, again, it should come to pass in the last days. We're in the last days right now. How? Because we know in the Apocrypha, which was taken out of the Bible, it tells you no parable scriptures clearly about what the last days would look like and who's going to be ruling. It tells you right here. Let's read the last day scriptures. The second Esdras, chapter 6. Right? All right, second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7, it says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? This is Ezra's asking an angel of the Lord, a messenger of the Lord from the fourth dimension, as we say, right, coming into this realm, like you see them chariots coming into this dimension, right? Whether it be fake news or real, it's going down. It's prophesied. These charts are going to appear was it Zechariah the 5th chapter all over the world, man. All right. But anyway, I'm all over the place. But again, it says, so that was prophecy I just said. But anyway, then answered I and said, What shall be the parting of the son of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? So when's that going to be the time of the end? When's going to be that part where that separation, right? It says, and who is going to be the last rulership or the last kingdom right before um the nation of Israel, right before the nation of Israel is established. So this is a real good question by Prophet Ezra, man. Okay, so this is the answer. The Lord said, and he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, right? So the angel of the Lord, you say how he answered. He went straight to the patriarchs of Israel, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, these are our forefathers, and this is the chosen seed of the chosen line lineage through the lineage of those men, our forefathers, right? The promises, right? The bloodline. So again, and he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born, because this is what this is all about. It says, Of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, right? Jacob, going back to the word name Ya'iqwap, which means supplant or to take over, right? Um, to take over, right? Or revolve. Like you have a revolver, a gun, the old guns from the West, whatever, a revolver, right? So that revolver will go around. It'll go here and it kind of replace and go around, go right up top, right? Supplant means to take over. So that's what we are as a nation. We take over, but our essence as a people is that we're going to take over. We're going to rule, right? So that was symbolic. Jacob, when he's born, holding his twin's heel, and that was deep as hell. I mean, that image, man. right? Being born and that twins grabbing that heel of that Edomite baby, that no color Ishashua baby, no melanin. What a sight! That was symbolic. Grabbing the heel too, because when the heel has an Achilles tendon. You slice that Achilles tendon, you can't walk. So not only did the Lord show us that we're gonna take down this man in a lot of days, he showed us that he showed us he grabbed the heel of that baby, of that body, which is the most vital part for that a body to walk. All right, so that everything's so super. The allegory, the symbols of the Lord were detailed. Okay, so it says Jacob's hand held first the hand of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth. So angel answered Ezra and said, "Look, the last kingdom or the last rulership that's going to rule before the nation of Israel is established or set up, or the system of the Most High is set up, Esau is going to be ruling. Ishashua, all right, the man, the nation, the people with no skin color, the people with no melanin, they're going to be ruling right before our kingdom, okay, or the kingdom of the Lords, okay. So that you can't get around that. You can't get around that. And this is how we know we're in the latter days. We're in the end days because the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, they're ruling, right? They're the elites, right? You can't get around that, man. And look at their skin complexion. Do they have melanin? No, they have no melanin. They have no color, right? This is one of the key prophecies that what days we're in. Okay, so we just proved that. All right, so it says the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand of. So we read that. All right, so back to. Let me go through these a little quicker. Back to Isaiah 2:2, and it's going to pass in the last days. We just proved with the last what the last days consist of. People with no melanin ruling right before the true people of the Lord rule, right? Which is again Rothschilds, Rockefellers, right? That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains. Okay. Established means set up. So the Most High's people, right? They're going to be set up. The Most High is going to put His system in His people to rule, right? The Quadash Shakar. It says, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow onto it. And that's talking about the other nations that they're going to flow on to us, all right, the Most High's people, right? And not they're going to flow on to our commandments, our setup, our establishment, our system, right? And the outcome is going to be righteousness, right? No more suffering, no more poverty in the world, no more war, all right? Because that's the outcome of the system today. Wickedness, all right? Um, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in the paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. All right. So the whole world is going to see that the nation of Israel has a perfect system in place, which is the law, statutes, commandments, right? Through Yahweh Shai from the power of the Father. Right. Let's go to another one. I'm just gonna bring out some random ones. Let's go to Genesis 16:18. Let's see what that says. Let's see if I can get all these scriptures. And all right, so hopefully, you kind of follow what I'm trying to bring out here through the Spirit. Because the outcome is the key, right? And again, if you want to know if you have a good school system or a bad school system, Look at the outcome. What is the graduation rate of that school? Okay, uh, that'll determine or show you if it's good or bad, right? So again, apply this understanding to America, Babylon, right, or the whole world, right, or even our household, right? Anyway, it starts from the government, right? So the government, the outcome is what? There's no father in the house. Why? Because the system is set up for that, for the father not to be in our homes, right? That's the way it's set up. And without the father in the house, what do you have? Your children are prostitutes, murderers, pimps, gangbangers, criminals. You know what I mean? Why? Because the system that's in place, that's set up, or that's established is not good. Okay, it's wicked. It's bad. No different from when an HVAC technician goes to your house and sees your heating system or cooling system, and he'll run tests to determine if it's good or bad, right? Or no system, or no different when you show your boy, hey man, come check out my sound system in my car. Check out my sound system in my TV. What you think, good or bad? So the outcome of the system determines what it is. All right. Another scripture, Genesis 6:18, real quick. Remember the word um, system means set up. Genesis 6:18, it reads, but with thee will I establish my covenant, right? Which is a contract, an agreement, right? A document, a formal document. But with thee will I establish my covenant, right? And thou shalt come unto the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee, and every living thing of all flesh, two of every sort shall thou bring up. You know what? Let me just that's not really getting to it. That is, I wrote it down, but let's get to some meat here, man. Deuteronomy 28:9. Deuteronomy 20:9. We all know that chapter. That's another clear chapter that explains, that proves that who we are, so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, that we are the children of Israel. Deuteronomy 28:9. Let's start from it. It says, the Lord shall command, the Lord, it's like it, my lighting's off. The Lord, it's like Deuteronomy 28:9. It says, the Lord shall establish thee in a holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power and walk in his ways. So right there, establish. The Lord shall establish. The Lord shall establish a system, right? A system means order. Let's go back to that word. Where is that word in Google? Where was that? Okay, yeah. Remember, system is a group of related things that work together as a whole, right? These things can be real or imaginary. Remember, the Lord gave us his system, which is the Holy Spirit, which starts with the laws, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. And it really starts with Yahushai. He's the head of the system. Well, yeah, he is. He is the system. He's the one that the Most High set up. Yahushai is the system. He's the one that was set up. He was the one that was set firm. He's the one that organized everything. Okay, uh, he's the beginning of the system. Okay, so we got that real quick. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. Deuteronomy 29 and 113. That'll make sense. Deuteronomy 29 and 13. Okay. It says that they may establish thee today for a people unto himself, and that he may unto thee a power, as he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Again, that he may establish thee today for a people unto himself. Again, the Lord has set up. Establish means to set up. Establish means to make firm or stand up. So the Lord has set up his people, established his people with his system. Okay. The Lord has established it with his system, which is the laws, statutes, commandments, starting with Yahushua. With ultimately, the ultimate system is the faith. This is the new covenant, the New Testament. The new covenant is new bodies and righteousness, but part of the new covenant is faith too, right? Because old covenant or the Old Testament is by doing. If you don't do, you would have to before you would have to suffer the consequences, right? But now we're under grace, right? That's the new system, okay? And that grace is through Yahushua, right? Faith. It says that he may establish ye today for a people unto himself, and that he may be unto thee a God, as he hath said unto thee, a power, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay. Next one. Just gonna read. I got randoms and I wrote down Psalm 78 and 5. Psalm 78 and 5. Psalm 78 and 5. Let's get that one. Remember, system means establish, set up. So again, Psalm 78 and 5, it reads, for he, let's start from him. Give ear, O my people. Okay, it reads, it says, give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. It says, I will open my mouth in a parable. I would utter dark sayings of old. It says, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide from, we will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come to their praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done. Verse 5, the point, it says, for he established a testimony in Jacob, and he appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. Again, for he established a testimony in Jacob, appointed a law in Israel. Again, that word establish, all right, goes back to system. So the Lord, all right, set up his system, a testimony of Jacob. For he established a testimony in Jacob. And testimony goes back to basically to witness. All right. So the system that the Lord's set up is also, he set us up to have the testimonies and understanding, having the knowledge, the wit. All right. Sloggy, man, the lighting is important when you make these videos, All right, Slog. All right. Okay, so Psalms 78 and 5. So we read that. For he established a testimony in Jacob, right? And appointed a law in Israel. So this is how we understand him. We understand the law, the Lord, right? Yahweh Shemai Shai through the system that he gave us, the law, statutes, commandments, to put us in order, right? And the results of following the Lord's system is righteousness, right? But the thing is, the Lord, gave it. We have these bodies, and these bodies are a vessel of wickedness. Okay, so we can't keep the laws 100% perfect because, by default, these bodies are rigged to go off, and that's how the Most High rigged the system. Okay, He rigged the system of these bodies to be wicked, right? So we can. A part of His system is to believe in His Son Yahweh Shai, right, in faith, right? That's the Lord. That's the system the Lord set up. Faith, and the results is going to be salvation, being beamed up in the chariots. Okay, now let's get another one. Let's see what else I got here. Psalm 78 and 69. Psalm 78 and 69. It reads, it says, 68, it says, but chosen. I'll go to the point. Verse 69. And he built his sanctuary like high palaces, like the earth, which he had established forever. That's not a good one. Okay, Psalms 89 and 4. It reads, verse 1, I will sing of mercies of the Lord forever. With my mouth will I make known my faithfulness to all generations. It says, for I have said, mercy shall be built up forever. Thy faithfulness shalt thou establish in the very heavens. I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn unto David my servant, thy seed will I establish forever, and build up thy throne to all generations. Thy seed will I establish forever. All right. Again, the Lord's seed is the nation of Israel. All right. Through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he established his seed through his system. All right. Through his order. All right. Shalom, Tina Parrish. Shalom. All right. Shalom, Kazak Ban Yahawada. All right. All right. Now we flowing. You understand what the Spirit's saying. All right. Now, 89, what we got here? Let's get to some 89 and 37. Psalms 89 and 37. It shall be, let's see where we start. Verse 34. My covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips. That's right. It says, once have I sworn by my holiness that I will not lie unto David. His seed shall endure forever, and his throne as the sun before me. That's right. So King David, that's it. That's who he is. He's a king forever. All right. His throne is as the sun forever. Okay. So he's the king of Israel, man, under Yahweh Shai. Okay. The king of all kings, Yahweh Shai. Again, his seed shall endure forever, and his throne as the sun before me. It shall be established. It shall be established. It shall be established, right? Forever as the moon, as a faithful witness in heaven. That's right. So again, it should be established. The system of the Lord shall be established, shall be set up. Proverbs 3:19. This is on the ecosystem, right? We're talking about system. I got random precepts here. All right. Proverbs 3:19. Proverbs 3:19. It says, okay, let's start from 16. Well, I got to start up. Verse 13, the points in 19, right? Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Okay, Salakia. It says, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. Right? It says, because when you have wisdom, which is starts from the commandments, the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, which is the commandments. So by default, again, the only ones who can attain wisdom are the Israelites, man. Because again, the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the commandments. The commandments or the system, the fear of the system. The system was given to the nation of Israel. All right. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that giveth an understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than rubies, merchandise better than silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things that a king's desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding hath he established the heavens. All right, the Lord has infinite knowledge, infinite knowing, right, and infinite wisdom. And with that, obviously, our Father, right, has established the heavens, the universe in entirety, the planets, the ecosystem, the solar systems, the galaxy systems, the star systems, right? So you see what we're saying here through the Spirit, right? All right, let's go. Let's keep going. This is what we got here. Proverbs 8:28, right? Oh, my favorite one. Proverbs 8 chapter is the Lord Yahweh Shai. He's actually speaking. All right. This is my favorite chapter, man. One of them. Because this is the Lord speaking. Yahweh Shai. All right. The points in 28. Okay. Hey, Shalom. Yashala 144. Shalom, Akia. Okay. Now let's read this. Where should I start? I'm going to get to the point. Okay. Verse 22. The points in 28. It reads, the Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way before his works of old. This Proverbs 8:22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his of excuse me, getting excited. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep. That was the point when he established the clouds above, means to set up. So earlier I brought up examples of the ecosystem, right? An example of something that's organized, an arrangement that work together in harmony, right? And the ecosystem is perfect until Esau, got in rulership, spreading barium and metals in the air, all right, chemtrails, and he's destroying the Most High system. He's destroying this devil is destroying the Most High's ecosystem, his order, his organization, right? Okay, okay, because the ecosystem, like we talked about, we already know. I don't need to break it down, but the water evaporates, goes into the clouds. The clouds it gets fully saturated, rains down water, and the cycles all over and over again, right? Our bodies decompose, go back to the earth. So the Lord set up a system. The Lord set up a system, and it's perfect. Again, apply this understanding to America's system. Like the phrase goes, it says, man, the system got me down, brother. You know what I mean? What they talking about? They talking about the system, the laws that govern your society, that govern your life. So this damn devil, right? He's the devil. This it's bad. It's in wickedness because the outcome of the system, the results of the system is one of the dumbest nations on the planet Earth, America. Everybody believe everything these people know is basically a lie because you learn from controlled information. Your medical industry is all made up. Your school system teach you nothing but lies. There's a book called Lies My Teachers Told Me. Look it up. That's a book. Lies My Teachers Told Me. Okay. So your system, your school system is something lies. Your information system, your news, nothing but lies. Right? Everywhere you look, the system, uh, the outcome is prove the system is bad. Okay. Any other analogies we can use? Put on the comment board. Okay, we got a scripture. Isaiah 24. I think that was on my list. Isaiah 24 and 5. This is Yashar 144. It reads, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The water. That's not on my list, but good one. Okay. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Inhabit means the ones who inhabit the planet Earth, who live here, right? Because they have transgressed the laws, means broke, right? Did not follow, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. That's right. The Lord has set a contract. The Lord had set an order. He set a system. He had a system in place. The ecosystem, to be exact, right? That preserved this world, that preserved our lives. The elements, the sun, the moon, the clouds, the water. That's right. So it's defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So how do we know this devil's ruling? Because the outcome of the current systems, whether it be starting from these governments, the laws that are established, that are set up, the outcome is homosexuality, LGBT, the alphabet people, you know, murder, people killing each other, you know, lying, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Slack it. Okay, another one. So we read that one. I got a few more I want to share. Hey, Shalom. GMS in its likeness. Shalom, Kingsman. Shalom, Makia. That's right. Fellow warrior. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. So Isaiah 9 and 7, another good example. Now we cooking now. Now we cooking with fire. Now, Isaiah 9 and 7, another one of my favorites. That's right. Kazak Ban Yahawada, Psalms 82 and 5. It reads, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. That's right, because they didn't follow the Lord's system. They didn't follow the Lord's orders. Right? Let's get this one. Isaiah 9 and 7. Isaiah 9 and 7. Okay, the Lord system. Remember, system means establish. System means to confirm. Excuse me, to set up. Now, the heavy thing is the system starts with Yahweh Shai. All right? Isaiah 9 and 7. Isaiah 9 and 7. Verse 6, it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor. Right? Man, I want to look up these words. I'm getting excited over here. Let's look up Wonderful. I wonder what that says, man. So we're about to learn together on this right here. Wonderful. What's that? I wonder what that says right there about our Lord Yahweh Shai. What's that? Isaiah 9 and where was that? 6, right? Wonderful. All right. I'm curious, man. Isaiah 9 and 6. Wonderful, wonderful. What's that mean? Pele. Oh shit. Ain't that Jake, the famous Jake soccer player, man? His name is Pele. Pele, right? I forget his name. The soccer player. But anyway, wonderful means this Pala. Wow, it's kind of heavy. All right, so I said we're going to learn together. So it says wonder, marvel, wonder, extraordinary. So the Lord's extraordinary. The Lord's wonder, extraordinary, hard to understand. We're hard to understand thing. Okay. Wonder of God's acts of judgment and redemption. So wonder is a marvel. Like you got the 10 wonders of the world, or the 8 wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon, the I don't know, I forget the other ones, but the 8 wonders of the world, right? They're extraordinary. They're hard to understand, right? So the Lord, he's beyond your comprehension, man. He's wonderful. He's beyond amazing. Wonderful, something wonderful, admirable, a miracle of God. Yeah, the Lord's a miracle, man. Okay. So again, the wonderful counselor. Okay, so like I'm back on the comment board. Okay, what's this? Genius in the slang Shalom Makia. Born Edson Aran. Uh-oh. I don't speak Spanish, brother. Okay, born Edison Arantes do Nascimento. The boy who became Pele was the Brazilian king of soccer and one of the greatest players to grace the pitch. He passed away on December 29th. And at 82 years old, Pele made his mark in soccer at very young age. That's right. And Pele, we just learned together, means wonderful. So he was an amazing, wonderful, beyond your comprehension soccer player. Israel, showing Israel's greatness. You see? So look at that. We just learned together, man. I didn't know Pele meant that until we looked it up. You see? So the Lord's Pele. Yahweh Shai's Pele. He's great. He's wonderful. All right, let's keep going. Right? So it says, the water, brother, for that, man. The water for that. Okay. It says, of the increase, excuse me, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name should be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace shall there be no end. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it. Remember, system means order. To order it and to establish it with establish means system means to establish. System means to set up. So again, of the increase of his government and peace shall there be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Right? The Lord went, okay, so the Lord, the government of Israel, the kingdom of the nation of Israel, when the Lord comes back, it all starts with Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Father, right? The system, there's going to be a new system in place when the Lord come back, which is a theocracy, right? A God, theocracy goes back to a God government, basically, all right, or a government under the laws of the Lord, a theocracy, not a democracy, all right, a theocracy, God's laws, right? So who's gonna be set up, right, to carry out the laws or carry out the system on the earth and the universe? Yahweh Shai. He's the beginning of the system. He's already doing it in the heavens. He already got his crown in the heavens. All right. The last place the system needs to be established or set up is on earth. That's in the prayer. That's right. Kazak Banya, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins and I will build it up as in the days of old. That's right. Yarshala 144. Psalms 39:4. Lord, make me to know mine end and the measure of my days, what it is, that I may know how frail I am. Thou hast made my days an handbreadth, and my age is as nothing before thee. Thee, verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity. Another one of my favorite scriptures. That's right. Yeah, because these the system that the Lord created in these bodies is death. All right, and we know that sin is the wages of death. So the only way we're dying is because we sin. That's the Lord. That's the system the Lord set up in this time, this realm, these bodies. But the system is about to change. The Lord's about to bring that holy system. All right, the Lord's about to bring that holy system, and who's bringing it? Yahweh Shai. Okay, bringing that holy system. Isaiah 45:18. Isaiah 45:18. I got a few more, and we're almost done. A few more. Isaiah 45:18. Well, next to my other favorite scripture. All right, verse 17. It says, "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation." We're already saved. The whole nation's already saved. All right, through the blood of our Lord, right? But it comes in two parts, right? The first part is the right now we're in being beamed up in them chariots that's making its appearance right now, whether it be Project Bluebeam or whatever it is, it's going down, man. These chariots are showing themselves, right? So we're gonna go up in these chariots to be part of that system. Now the 2/3, you're gonna have to come back naturally through us. All right, as our children. Okay. All right. Isaiah 45:17. Right. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end, meaning no more sinning, no more confusion. We're gonna know what up, what down is, or what right, left, what righteousness, what wickedness is, right? We're gonna know all things, man. We're gonna know everything. No more confusion, right? We're gonna be perfect because we're gonna have new bodies, perfect godlike bodies to keep. The Lord is gonna put the laws in us, the Holy Spirit in us. So our natural instinct is going to be the laws, statutes, commandments. All right, because look, these animals, they got their natural instinct. These trees got instincts, the animals, everything. But the Lord took the instinct out of us, so we're going to get that natural instinct back, which is righteousness. This is what we are, man. We're nothing but truth vessels, man. All right, of Yahweh Shemashai, man. All right. It says, "For thus says the Lord, and that created the heavens." Right, the system. The Most High Himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else. Let's get like a few more. Ezekiel 16:62, because I wrote all these down. Uh, 61, it says, "Then shalt thou remember thy ways and be ashamed." Oh, look at that. I didn't know I was going to. That's spirit. "When thou shalt receive thy sisters, thine elder, thy younger, and I will give them unto thee for daughters, but not by thy covenant." Verse 2, "And I will establish my covenant with thee, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, that thou mayst remember and be confounded and never open." Okay, well, we got the point. Verse 62, "And I will establish my covenant with thee, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord." That was an okay one. But the word is established, the word is set up. The Lord's going to establish his system in us. All right. He put his system in us. Isaiah 11:12. Isaiah 11:12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. That was okay. The ensign is the scriptures. All right. The Bible is a system. This is a system given on to the nation of Israel. We're coming out and reading to the whole world the system of the Lord. All right. And the system of the Lord is his people being set up in the destruction of the other current systems to fall. All right, Isaiah 11:12. I think I'm almost done. Let's see, Isaiah 49:22. I'm almost done. Got like three more, and we're pretty much done. Let me see. I know I got some good ones here. All right, Isaiah 50:2. Let's see what that says. Okay, that's not good. Isaiah 51:12. I think I'm pretty much done. Let me see. Okay, I think I got all my precepts. Okay. Let's see, Leviticus 26 and 9. Leviticus 26 and 9. Let's see what that one says. Leviticus 26 and 9. For I will have respect unto you and make you fruitful and multiply you and establish and set up or confirm my covenant with you, and ye shall eat. All right, so we go. All right, so again, the title, the title. Once again, let me get it right here. Slovakia. All right, the title is again the results. The results of a system. Okay. Oops, sorry. Slovakia. The results of a system shows what it is. So my closing conclusion, whatever you call it, argument. The results of a system shows what it is, and you can apply this to all systems, right? But the main system we want to talk about is the world, the systems of the world, right? And they're set up by these wicked laws that are being put out there by the elites, right? The Rothschilds and Rockefellers, right? And they want to bring a new system, a new world order system, and they're not gonna do it, man. Why? Because it's prophesied the Lord's bringing His system, the system of the nation of Israel, starting with Yahweh Shai. He's the original system. He's the one that the Most High set up. He's the one that the Lord has confirmed. So let's get this word again. Okay. A system is a group of related things that work together as a whole, like your laws, right? And these laws are designed to destroy our people at the end of the day. These laws are to make you slaves, right? It ain't working. What's the outcome? Well, Jake's 90% of the jail people. Oh, the jail system. I forgot about that example, right? The jail system. That shit don't work. Oh, what about the guy who just got acquitted? I just thought about that. What about that guy who just choked out a Jake at a train station in New York? I don't know. I forget his name. Whatever that psyop is. But anyway, that guy who choked at that dude, whether it be real or fake, he got acquitted of the charges, right? So the justice system is flawed. You get the point. A group of related things that work together as a whole. These things can be real or imaginary. Systems can be made things like a. We got that. So in conclusion, uh, system etymology means an arrangement, right? So the arrangement of the laws in America and all over the world, you know it's bad because of the results, the outcome. What are the outcome? A bunch of confusion, a bunch of wickedness, nothing but a wickedness, man. All right, wickedness and confusion, and other points I'm missing, right? But the Lord has given His people system, and starting with the elect, and the system that the Lord has given us, His arrangement as of now is faith, right? Believing in Him. Uh, that's what He organized, starting with the law, statutes, commandments, right? This is what the Lord put in place in the last days, faith, right? This is what He put in order in the last days. Faith is the system of the Lord. Okay. Again, system means to stand or to make firm. So what's going to stand firm in these last days? For the elect and from the elect, faith in Yahweh Shai, son of Abba Yahweh. Okay, so that was pretty much it. Let's go to comment board. Yar Shala 144. It says Matthew 6 and 10. It says, thy kingdom, thy kingdom. Oh, yeah, okay. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as is in heaven. That's right. The system in the heavens, the system from the heavens is the Lord's going to bring the system from the heavens down on earth. Okay. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Okay. All right. All right. That's it, man. So hope you understood. I hope the Lord was with this show. I hope you understood where I was trying to go with it. And again, this a system can be appraised. It can be, what's the word? It has to be judged, right? That's a good system or a bad. My dad always used to say that. My father, look. I'm not gonna say my name, my nickname. I almost did, but he would say, look. He say my name. He say, look. You always have to create a system. I say, son, you always have to create a system, son. Right? Always create a system, and then trying to teach him order. Yeah. Esau's last hope is technology. Yeah. Which there's no hope in there anyway. He don't got no goddamn hope, but a sword up his ass and slavery. Well, we're not gonna do that, but a sword, what we got planned from the kingdom is utter pain and slavery, man. All right, so that was it, man. That was it. And again, I pray the Lord was with this video. All right, and I think I said everything's been over an hour. So again, the outcome of a system. Okay, the outcome of a system determines what it is, good or bad. We know all this bad shit or things. The outcome of the current world, the people of the world, the outcome of our people. We in a bad situation. We in a bad state. Why? Because of the system. Because of what's set up in the society. What's confirmed and set up to govern the people is flawed. It's a wicked system from the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, the wicked Edomites of the earth, man. All right, but the Lord is about to bring that righteous system that He give unto His people, and Yahweh Shai, He is the system. He is what was set up. He is what was established, and He's coming back to set up the system of Israel. With that, I will say, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakwakadash, Tawadi, Yahweh forgiving us, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, double honors to the CT bishops of GMS, our big Akim, and greetings and salutations to the Akim in this country and all over the world, prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.